Hey everyone, Lukegoldstonofficial here. Um, so I got another thoughts on my thoughts on movies. Today we're looking at an underrated classic, um, Thomas and Friends: The Great Discovery. This was released in 2008, 12 years ago, around 12 years ago. I'm not sure. Like today's not the 12-year anniversary of The Great Discovery. I know that, but this was the last ever Thomas and Friends production to use live-action model animation, and after this, starting with season 12, they started to use CG elements within the franchise, within the show. Anyways, let's go over this underrated classic. So it's all about Thomas discovers this old town called Great Waterton, and Sir Topham Hatt wants it restored for Sodor Day. But then we get introduced to a new engine, Stanley, and Thomas becomes jealous as Stanley starts to become like a little popular with the engines. But after an accident with one of the towers in Great Waterton, it's up to Thomas to Thomas tries to help make things right before he goes missing. So let's start with one thing that I feel like deserves a lot more attention. Pierce Brosnan's narration. For those of you who don't know, Pierce Brosnan was a former James Bond actor from 1995 to 2002, and I just think he does a brilliant job as narrating. Like, he has like a nice smooth voice. Like, it doesn't put me to sleep. I don't know. I just think there's something so something peaceful about Brosnan's narration. Like, it's a shame, like, he doesn't get much respect as a narrator, because, like, I think he would have done a brilliant job if he stayed for, like, season 12, like, in the Nitrogen era. I just think it would have been good. Hold on a second. Excuse me. There we go. Now, the model, like, stunts are really awesome, like, when Thomas tumbles down as he does a barrel roll, and when he jumps, over the ravine, it's just fun. Like, I'm really surprised of all the stunts that the models do. The story is also really great. And who could forget Stanley? Stanley is like a fan favorite character, but he doesn't get much attention now. Like, he did make a little cameo in Steam Team to the Rescue, but I feel like that's just about it. Like, Stanley's an underrated character to me. He's also a bit underused, like Toby and Cyclops from the X-Men movies. So, overall, I think The Great Discovery is a really fun movie. Like, especially, like, if you want to watch The Great Discovery, well, if you want to, like, start off fresh with Thomas, well, I mean, if you want to watch, I don't know what I'm saying. If you want to watch The Great Discovery, go ahead. It's just a brilliant classic. Definitely a 10 out of 10, and that's one I always would watch again if I had it on DVD.